Now, I know crypto is crashing. Everybody's lost tons of money. FTX went, bankrupt under whatever, right? Probably most people don't want to hear about anything with crypto, NFTs, blockchain, et cetera, right now, but I need you to pay attention to this. Today, I'm going to dive into how NFTs and ultimately blockchain technology underneath it all is going to fundamentally kind of change the way that membership programs are managed and structured, and ultimately powered on the back end from an authentication mechanism. And it's all done through blockchain, this technology and stuff you may not want to be hearing about, but you need to hear about it. So that's what we're going to dive into today. And before I do that, ultimately, I got to remind you, please like, subscribe, share, do all the things that help us reach more people on YouTube. It means so much now, but only do that if you find the content valuable. So I know you're tired of hearing about blockchain, NFTs, crypto, you name it. You may have lost tons of money here as in crypto winter or whatever they're calling it. But what I want to kind of, dive into here is this idea of how that underlying technology is ultimately being used to enhance how you provide access to and manage kind of members within a recurring monthly membership program, right? And so if you look at how current, membership programs are structured, right? It's kind of like, all right, cool, I'm going to use a learning management system. And I've got accounts in Thinkific or Kajabi or Teachable or, Mighty Networks or whatever it is. And then ultimately I have Zoom sessions that I do, group style sessions, one-on-one sessions. Then we have some events, right? But there's multiple technologies and there's not a centralized identity. And so what's happening, and I've covered this before, is that with some of these new technologies, specifically Unlock Protocol is the one that I am paying close is attention to, and I don't own any of the back end, and I'm not out here promoting it to try to drive up demand for something I get value from. I'm just talking about it because I think it's cool tech. I think it's going to revolutionize how we manage access into these memberships. But the bottom line is, ultimately, they are creating a mechanism where you can create multiple NFTs, maybe tier 1 of your membership that just is the DIY tier has one NFT, tier 2 that's DIY plus some group coaching has and community, right? That's a different NFT. And then this premium tier of your program that gets all that plus some one-on-one or whatever is another NFT. And so when you go in to create the NFT for the NFTs for those elements of your membership program, you have to realize that that NFT itself is really just being used to manage access into your membership program. And I say that because a big thing I was kind of paying attention to, right? And I'm sharing a lot of this because I'm learning it on the fly as well, and lessons learned, et cetera, is that a big value prop or a big appeal of using NFTs and kind of blockchain is that you can basically say, hey, like when you buy this NFT and hold this thing, right, that only a few people have or whatever number it is, right, that part of the utility or part of what you get with that is fractional ownership in this line of business or this thing or whatever, and then you can resell that NFT on a secondary market and think of it as shares, right? A percentage ownership of something. But what's become clear is that there are ownership-based NFTs, right? Ones that are really designed to say, hey, there's an upfront cost for this, and when you invest X upfront to get the NFT, you're going to get, like a percentage ownership of this thing, whatever it is. And then downstream, again, you can sell it or hold it or whatever you want to do because it's yours and you're the owner. There's that opportunity still exists, and you need to leverage that at the right time to basically raise your upfront capital, right? Get your upfront injection of cash to help you continue to grow and scale things up. And then be able to leverage that community of owners per se, for feedback and promotion and all this stuff to help you grow. But the NFT or NFTs for that, let's call them the ownership NFTs, in this business structure are different than the NFTs for the membership, right? And a lot of people say, hey, well, NFTs, they're just like you buy them once and then you hold them and then you can sell them. Hopefully demand goes up and the value goes up. Why are you using them for this? It seems like, membership program, it's recurring monthly, subscriptions, there's unlimited. Why do you want to cap it, etc.? And so they're right. The reality is there's one NFT or a set of NFTs that are ownership-based NFTs that have an intent to raise capital and incentivize promotion and some other things, I'm sure. But those are kind of a couple of dominant things. And then you have the same technology being leveraged to basically create a much more seamless user experience for people that want to buy into tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3 of your membership program and pay a monthly membership fee. But still because you're using NFTs and membership NFT, right, to determine who has access to tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3 in your program, you can ultimately unlock, no pun intended, some of these more advanced user experiences like, okay, hey, I go through your checkout process and I get the NFT that in my digital wallet that says I'm a tier 1 member, right? Great. Okay, cool. I've got money. I'm paying you a monthly fee to hold this NFT and get the associated utilities or features, right, as being an NFT holder or a member of tier 1 in your membership program. Oh, hey, by the way, my learning management system, which Mighty Networks is the first one that I think I'm aware of actually doing this, of using token-based authentication inside the learning management system. So no longer do you have a bunch of different user accounts, right, on different platforms. When you configure your learning management system, let's say in Mighty Networks, you configure it to say, hey, when somebody tries to log into Mighty Networks, I want you to check their digital wallet. If they are holding the NFT that says they're a member of tier 1 of my membership, I want to unlock certain capabilities, certain videos, certain features inside the learning management system. If they hold the NFT for tier 2, unlock more. If they hold the NFT for tier 3, unlock more, etc. Right? So truly, you're just checking a digital wallet saying you have the key to get in, right? And I'm going to unlock what you need. So naturally you say, okay, cool. That's single sign-on type experiences through the learning management system. What else do you get? Well, if you have in-person events, you can have them say, hey, pull up this app on your phone. I'm going to scan that and we're going to check your digital wallet for the NFT to make sure you can get into our in-person events, right? So all these things you're starting to see, more and more different aspects of a program being modernized to do token-based authentication. So truly, all you have to do is issue one NFT that says, hey, you're a member of whatever, and then everything you go and interact with from that point forward is checking against a single NFT in a wallet. If I don't renew or whatever, like I don't hold it anymore, it's not valid, I can't get into things, right? I'm not managing accounts across multiple things, spreadsheets across multiple things, etc. It's a single digital asset that says I should have access to all these things, and all these things are checking for that digital asset to ultimately give me access or not. So we're in the very early stages of this, but again, first big takeaway is don't just dismiss using NFTs for membership type programs because it's not a typical NFT use case of buy it, hold it, sell it, whatever, one-time fees, whatever. That's the big thing. And then number two, just know that when you start embracing some of this new blockchain technology, maybe through Unlock, maybe through something else to actually determine who's in and who's not in your membership, you're getting closer to a true single sign-on experience where they can interface with multiple elements, digital elements and in-person elements that are included in your program. And everything is just checking against their digital wallet to ultimately let them in or not. And what we'll see over time is that this will get even more seamless and more baked in, and it'll be how you authenticate, and nobody knows it's blockchain or NFTs or crypto or anything. But we're still in the early days, and people are using a bunch of buzzwords just like I am here. That probably is not even, helpful. It's probably counterproductive. But anyway, it's just intentionally to connect the dots for you, to help you understand. There are different use cases for NFTs. Some are ownership based, kind of typical, like your conventional use case of an NFT, and it represents ownership, and buy it once, sell it hopefully at a higher price. But then there's these other kind of just more, I would just say, like business as usual. Like, we need to authenticate people into things, and you can do that with a username password that's stored in silos and, like often multiple systems. Or you can do it based off a single digital asset that they hold, and you can determine that they hold it and they can't transfer it to other people, or they can, and it has a monthly recurring revenue kind of model associated with it, et cetera, right? So just know that, and we'll start seeing some of these use cases come online even more, and it'll make more sense to us all, and we'll eventually just be using the tech and not even know it at one day. But until then, we'll continue to try to put out these value add videos to help us all wrap our heads around how blockchain technology is ultimately just optimizing and improving different aspects of just how we're doing business, day in and day out right now, as we transition from Web 2.0 into Web 3.0.